Hello, quilters. I am happy to be live with you for the third day in a row. This is not going to be a thing. It's just the way the calendar worked out. So happy Wednesday, quilters. If you've seen me all 3 days, you get to see the evolution of a cold. This isn't what I normally sound like, but I'm far better than I was 2 days ago. I'm coming to you live today because I want to talk about Saturday's mystery quilt. Let's see, I'm going to put on comments just to see. Leave me a comment if you're here so I know if the comments are working. You can ask any questions live. Um, Saturday, I'm hosting a mystery quilt, and it is a 1-day mystery quilt. The smallest piece is going to be cut I'm sorry, dismiss. Okay. Sorry, having some computer glitching. So Saturday, January 4th, this year, 2025, Happy New Year. I'm having a mystery quilt along, and it's going to be just 1 day. It's all going to be 1 day that you don't have to check back weekly. And if you sign up for it, it'll be saved for you so you can get it afterward, if in case you're busy on Saturday. I mean, you shouldn't be. You should be quilting with me. Nothing you're doing can be that important. But take some time to quilt for yourself. And if you really can't make it, it'll be recorded for you. Plus all my live videos I'll add into there. So what the deal is, I just put up a blog post and I'm going to add it to the class. What do I have to do? Number one, get your fabrics. So you can download your fabric requirements. They are 1 yard, 1 yard, a half yard, 3/4 yards, and 1 yard. That's what you need for the top. And then on Saturday, you need to watch me live, however you're watching me here, either on Facebook or YouTube. And every hour, I will have a live video, and then you can go back to the Blanket Fort class and download your requirements, download your next step, and I'll talk about what it is. Let's see what we have. I have some comments. Happy New Year to Minnesota and to South Carolina. Happy New Year to both of you that have commented. So what I've done is I've taken my sheets of my fabric requirements that I've given you a downloadable page that you can print out, and I've selected this group of fabric. Now, my husband helped me because I've just picked it in the last week, and I have some lung stuff going on with this cold that if I move, I cough. So my husband was helping me pull fabric bolts because grabbing a bolt of fabric makes me cough. So I pulled out a bunch. This is a Jan Shore collection. It's called Orleans, probably. And as I was picking fabric, he didn't like this print in it very much because I used a bigger red print, and he thought all the prints were big except the little. It was hilarious having a non-quilter, my non-quilter husband, have an opinion on this, but he liked it much better once I changed the size. So you can see I have kind of a focus, a large print here. This is the smallest amount of fabric used, I think. Nope, that's a little bigger one. Anyway, there's a little bit of this fabric, a little bit of this fabric, and more of these two fabrics. Now, this is a stripe. I'm guessing you guessed that. This is a stripe. And if you're using a stripe in either 1 or 2, fabric 1 or 2, I'm going to give you some special cutting instructions in the live video talking about how to cut it so that your stripe goes in the way you want it to go in your finished quilt. So this one, I've put a stripe in fabric 1. And then I picked fabric. Where's my paper for my next selection? I'm going to make 2. So is that upside down? Yes, here we go. So I picked, this is white. So, and I just scotch taped them on. You can see they're scotch taped. Aren't those the cutest little hedgehogs? I thought they were darling. So I picked a novelty print for fabric 5, and that is going to be shown to its best effect if you're using a large print or a novelty print in fabric 5. And since all of these are 1 yard or less, my guess is you have kind of a yard of everything and you can mix them around. So you may want to direct your large print to 5 and see how that works out. So that's what I got going on. Those are my 2 quilts. I can't wait to get started on them. Let's see, I have a comment from Cold Ohio. Colder versus the warmth in Florida. Yeah, it's always sad leaving the warm weather to go back to reality. And it's the cold and it's the gray that gets me in the wintertime. And I sound like I'm whining all the time with this cold voice that I have going on, but I just accept this is winter. This is what it does. I have a cold. That's the way it is. Just my voice sounds kind of whiny. Just what has been left with me until this cold is over. So I am filming several things right now, so you'll get to hear my lovely dulcet tones for a while into the new year. So I haven't pre-filmed anything for Blanket Fort. Blanket Fort, you're going to show up and watch the live video, and then go back to the class and download each step. And I'll have that turned on and ready for you to download each step. And if there's any problem, I'll be here the whole time. And I can get you the directions to make sure you're not behind. You may not be able to finish this in the 3 or 4 hours, but you can come pretty close. It's not that big of a quilt. It's 56 inches square. It's not that big. These are big pieces. This is meant to be a one day, just fun sew along. I designed this for some friends and I during the pandemic when we couldn't get together. And we just spent a Friday night sewing online with each other. It was kind of fun. And that's why I named it Blanket Fort, because sometimes we just like to be in our blanket fort and quilting. And we were hiding in our blanket fort during the pandemic and quilting. And that's what we did. So that's going to be every hour. And then by Saturday afternoon, late afternoon, evening, New York time, you should have a finished quilt top. But what are you going to do with that quilt top? What you're going to do is you're going to go to my online classes. So you can go to debbybrownquilts.com, click the online classes button, and there should be just a blank class there that says 21 days from quilt top to quilted. You're going to join that class, and it's free for now. But if you wait until the day the class starts, which is January 11th, 1 week later, you will have to pay for it. So it's free to sign up. And then every day there's going to be a lesson on how to machine quilt your quilts. And the quilt that we're quilting is going to be this mystery quilt. Who knew? I know, it kind of all works together, right? So you're going to sign up for that class. And then I'm going to have a new lesson every day. Like the first lesson is going to be how to prepare your quilt top. And some of it will be video, some of it will be pictures and text. And those you will get to hear my cold because I'm already filming some of that ahead of time on various, I have a couple of the quilts already done. As I was testing out the pattern, I have a couple already done. And by the end of the class, you may see these quilts show up. Excuse me. So that's going to be 21 days from January the 11th to January 31st. I believe that's 21 days. And then you will have finished machine quilting your quilt. And this is on your home machine. If you're long arming, I would follow the free motion quilting option because the other option is walking foot. So I'm doing this on a home machine. I do long arm quilt, but I'm not set up to long arm quilt to film on a long arm quilt right now. I don't stand very well and the camera's in the way, and I'm just not physically able to film on a long arm right now. So I'm filming on a home sewing machine. I'm going to show 2 different ways to quilt it, but I will be talking about all the things you need to get started machine quilting your quilt. If you have any friends that want to learn how to machine quilt their quilts on their home sewing machine, share this class with them and have them join in before that January 11th. Whether or not they do the mystery quilt, you can still do this class on any quilt. I will be doing it on the mystery quilt, but you can use this on any quilt, a panel, a practice piece of fabric. Janet, the Facebook is not working. Sorry about that. I was having some computer issues. We'll see what happened. I can download this and post it later if that's a problem. Sorry that Facebook isn't working very well. Let me pull it up and see if that's my phone thing too. It's New Year's. A lot of us were up late. I wasn't, because I was quilting and then my tension was bad and I have to pick it out. And there was no reason to stay up for that. So let me find this on my phone. I apologize for this. I'm a one-person operation here. So anything that happens is just me. It says it's starting soon. That's interesting. Because I'm on. Very cool. So I apologize for that. I will post that on there. Yes, YouTube, yay for YouTube working. I will download this video and post it on Facebook for those that didn't get to see it there. But it is on my blog, and I'll be putting it on social media of what you need to do on how to do the mystery quilt, then how to do this 21 days to finish from quilt top to quilted. And after that, I'm going to have more about the class, about that 21 days, and what to do after that. Because after that, we go directly into a walking foot class, and after that, we'll go into free motion. So I have some plans for the classes coming up in the first quarter of the year, and I'm pretty excited about it. I will try to get this information to you every way I know how, through my newsletter, which you should sign up for, through YouTube, through Instagram, through Facebook, etc. So I will post this everywhere I can, give you the information, and join Debbie Brown Quilts Machine Quilting Studio on Facebook. It is the longest group title of possible. I tried to find a longer one, but I couldn't do it. Debbie Brown's Machine Quilting Studio, I think is what it is. So join that. And as long as you have quilting somewhere on your page, I'll let you in, because occasionally we get spammers. Like, somebody joined, I was like, maybe they could be a quilter. And then instantly they tried to sell stuff, and I had to block them and kick them out of the group. So that one, I did let that one got by me. She tricked me. But keep in touch. I have some really fun good quilty goodness thingies coming out for you in the first quarter of this year. And this cold is on the mend, and I am on my way to having a better voice for filming. So happy quilting, happy new year. I hope it's a great one for all of us. It's a fresh slate. For some of us, just closing the door on 2024 was needed, but we have a great quilty start to 2025. So happy quilting, everyone. Take care of yourself. Take care of each other. And I will see you again on Saturday at 1 o'clock New York time, and we will start quilting our blanket fort mystery quilts. Start piecing that. So let's see. Take care of yourself. Take care of each other, and happy quilting. Bye.